Good morning to each and everyone. Happy Monday. Today, I am just going to further discuss on how you should select topics for your research and how effective you could construct a title. If you have a title already, then I will just guide you on how you should modify your titles so that it follows the standard format in writing research titles. So come on, let's learn together. Watch this. First and foremost, before you could even construct a title, you should have a topic in mind you are interested about. This topic should be one which you have observed, known, or identified an existing problem or issue. However, other than the fact that you should be interested about the topic, there are three tests for you to know whether you have chosen the right topic for your research. What are these? First, ask yourself, is the topic debatable? Do people talk about it? Are there existing concerns and issues surrounding the topic? Do people have the same or different ideas about the topic you are choosing? Example, Election 2022. A lot of people are talking about it. Maraming issues surrounding it, like sino ang dapat iboto from among the running candidates, from the senatorial to the presidency. The topic is causing many people to argue about it, since each is supporting a different candidate. Now, is the topic debatable? The answer is yes. The second question is the topic plausible? Are there enough available information about it? Talking about election 2022, makakakuha ka ba ng reliable sources and data that could prove or support your stand about a specific issue concerning this topic? Like, for instance, the existence of voting anomalies at paano nga ba ang mga ito ay sinusolusyonan sa ating bansa kapag dumarating ang panahon ng eleksyon. Now, is that topic plausible? The answer is yes. The topic is plausible. It is researchable, since a lot of data may be collected about it, both data existing even before and now in the present time. The third is, ask yourself, is the topic consequential? Importante ba ang topic na napili mo? Would it benefit the many if you examine, investigate, and explain things about it? If your answer to this question is yes, then go and choose that topic. Now let's try to analyze one among my students' submitted and approved titles, considering whether it has an effectively chosen topic that would meet the three tests. We'll also talk about the fundamental parts of the title that are existing in it. Let me just also say that the research that they are about to make is qualitative research. So, the title I am going to present is a qualitative title. Look at this one. Effectiveness of digital literacy to the learning level of Abby's grade 11 students. The topic is digital literacy. Ano nga ba ang digital literacy? It is the ability to navigate various digital platforms in the internet, social media, and mobile devices and understand, assess, and communicate through them, tulad ng paggamit ng Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google, and many more. Pinag-uusapan ba ito? Marami bang available data and information about this? Mahalaga ba na magkaroon ng kaalaman tungkol dito? Ang sagot sa mga tanong na yan ay yes, especially now that we are in the new normal and classes are being conducted online. Developing digital literacy is significant for students to cope up with the new norm. Therefore, the topic is worth researching for and it follows the three tests. Now let's talk about its fundamental parts. First, we have the research goal. It is signaled by the word effectiveness that shows the goal of the research. The target of the researcher is to know how effective do students learn in the online classes if they are digitally literate. Mas natututo ba ang mga mag-aaral na maalam sa paggamit ng technological devices like cellphone, tablet, iPod, and laptop at mahusay mag-explore ng information sa internet compared to those who are not? The next part is research topic. Obviously, the topic based on that title is digital literacy. It is the subject of the research the researcher wants to explore, investigate, and explain. Since my students are about to make qualitative research, they need to ensure that from the title, the categorical variable would be visible. As a review, let me demonstrate the difference among the variables of quantitative and qualitative research. Quantitative research title would have independent variable and dependent variable. These variables are variables that can be counted or measured numerically. When we say independent variable, it is basically the topic or the identified problem that has impact and would affect the dependent variable. Dependent variable is affected and would change according to the effect of the independent variable, which is manipulated by the researcher. Now, talking about qualitative research, the variable that we have in this type of research is categorical variable. A categorical variable is a variable that cannot be measured, but instead is categorized, assessed, and interpreted through codes, categories, and themes. Now let's look at these two similar titles. The first one is a quantitative title. Effectiveness of digital literacy to the academic performance rank of Abby's grade 11 students. It is a title for quantitative research since it would focus on the numerical value of the data to be collected. The dependent variable here, which is academic performance rank, is referring to the final grades of the grade 11 students, whose performance will be affected by their digital literacy or skills. The question is, are those with higher grades appear to be digitally literate than those with lower ones? Meanwhile, the title Effectiveness of Digital Literacy to the Learning Level of Abby's grade 11 students is a qualitative research title because the target of the study is to know the impact of digital literacy to their levels of learning, which can be categorized or classified according to Bloom's taxonomy of levels of learning, which are the following. Creating. Dahil ba sa mahusay ang mag-aaral in exploring the digital platforms and using digital technologies ay mas nagiging creative siyang matuto at makabuo ng mga impormasyon through the lessons discussed in the online classes. Evaluating. Do the students conclude learning through critical assessment of the information being talked about in the class? Analyzing. Napag-uugnay ba ni learner ang mga natututunan niya sa online class to form a unified understanding with that of the others dahil sa siya ay digital literate? Applying. Does the learner apply what he learned in daily life? Understanding. Does the learner gain understanding of the lesson online because of being digitally literate? Remembering. May na-retain bang pagkatuto sa mag-aaral? Do the learner's schema of learning broaden because of his digital literacy? And the other categorical variable is the expected result, effectiveness, which will be coded as highly effective, moderately effective, effective, not effective, referring to the impact of digital literacy to the learning of the students. And that is a simple example of how we categorize variable in a qualitative research as forecasted in the example title. Again, here are the variables of the two titles. Now, for the research sample or the respondents, also known as the participants of the research where data will be collected, in accordance with that qualitative title, we have the senior high school students as the research sample. And the place where the research will be conducted or the research locale is at Andres Bonifacio Integrated School or ABIS. And that is an example of how you could test your topic and write a title about it. For more sample titles, watch my next video lesson. Thank you for being with me today. I'll be with you again next time. Good day and always wear a happy heart.